Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Flagstaff Classic 832 CLBS travel trailer. You guys have picked a really cool trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a lot of things and get the best out of your camping experience. Let's first talking about arriving at your campsite. Got your slides out just so that you can see how much room you're going to need for these slides. Make sure that when you park, you've got lots of room for these slides to open unobstructed, preferably nothing hanging over them. Also, what I want you to think about is where your power and water hookups are. Yours are going to be at the rear of the off-campsite unit or your tow vehicle's driver's side, just behind your tires, power and water. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you're there, you're going to unhook the hitch. Hitchman will go over that with you. And on the front of the unit, first thing you can do is level your unit. You have your power tongue jack up here with a light. Simply lower or raise the tongue. With a unit this large, I recommend putting a stick on bubble level about the middle of the unit on your off-camp side so it's not over where everyone's camping. Have someone keep an eye on that and let you know when that unit's level. Once you got a unit level, should you lose power, you do have a manual override here with a hand crank. Once you get unit level, next thing you can do is stabilize your unit. Got the PS times 2 stabilizing jacks. You're just going to simply hit extend. I'm going to bring them back up a little bit. What I do recommend on these are stabilizing jack pads for the ground. They're going to better distribute the weight. They're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. So when I run these down, I want you to know sometimes one will run down before the other. Most of the time they'll run down together. But all you want to do is run these down until you hear the motor kind of catch. That means you're taut. You don't want to go any further. You're just stabilizing the unit, not leveling it. Do the same thing in the rear. Coming around to the rear of the unit, you have your rear stabilizing jacks right here. Hit extend. Again, just run them down till they're taut. Once you have your unit level, we've got it stable. We're going to go ahead and hook up our power and our water. Normally these slides would be in. Just wanted you to see how much room you're going to need. Rear of the unit here. 50 amp power cord. I'll show you how these go in nowadays. You start in at an angle, wiggle in, twist to the right to lock, and then go ahead and hit that black washer and lock that power cord on. 50 amp service. There's a dog bone, comes 50 down to 30, and should you need it, there's also 30 to 110 adapter. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook our water up. Simple hookup right here, city water connection. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. Always use this water pressure regulator when putting water into the city water connect or the black tank flush. This is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Hook this up, hook up the hose, but don't turn your water on yet. Just above your shower is your hot water heater. Got a little docking light out here, but it's bright enough. Just going to open up our hot water here, and at this point make sure our rod and drain plug's back in. We may have left it open last time you were camping. draining your hot water. So go ahead and put that back in, and then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now once your hose has been on for a while, you see that T&P valve, that's a pressure release valve. You're going to lift up on that, and it's going to release air out of the lines, air until you get a nice steady flow of water like there is right now. Then you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from indoors. They're in the middle of prepping your unit right now, that's why your hot water heater is full. Now should you be camping and you're going to use potable water, you're not going to be hooked up to city water, let's go over to the other side of the unit. So over to the right of your entry doorway is your potable water tank. You can simply fill this up with a hose. Two ways to know that it's full. One, there's an overflow right here. And two, you can simply go inside and check the level of your fresh water tank as it's filling, and once you see it's full, just go ahead and shut it off. When using potable water, do the same thing. Burp your hot water heater, get the air out of the lines, make sure it's full, make sure it's plugged. Then you can light it from indoors. However, when using your potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Do not turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized and you don't need it. So you got our water hooked up, our electricity hooked up, we're ready to camp. Let me go ahead and show you around the unit real quick. I'm going to start at the campsite on the front. That is a vent for your microwave, your stabilizing jacks. This is a docking light. Solar on the side. Should you get a solar panel, you can hook it up here and it'll trickle charge your batteries. Pass-through storage area with some plumbing. Oh, there's your 50 to 30 dog bone I mentioned earlier. This is your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that. If you got your furnace on, it'll get rather warm. This is access to the back of your fridge. Again, a potable water. Up here, 110 and cable, should you want to put a TV out here. Your outdoor speakers. This big outdoor storage. Slam lock doors. This is a manual override. You got this crank. This is a crank for a manual override for your slides. You got two holes inside this side of the unit. There's your hand crank for your spare tire. The grill that sets up outdoors. This grill is separate from this stand here that clips on up here. With the LP quick connect right here. Come around to the back of the unit. More stabilizing jacks. Your ladder. Go up and check your seams. This unit is prepped for a Furion backup camera. Device you get that sets on the dash of your vehicle, on your backup camera on the unit. We'll mention on your slides here, these are called wipers. They have what's called a wiper fluid in our store. It keeps these nice and pliable. That's what you want for longevity life on your slide wipers. A storage bag for your power cord and huge underneath the slide storage. Back over here to your docking station. Again, the light, hot water heater. You have an outdoor shower. Down here, cable and satellite hookup. Black tank flush, which we'll talk about when flushing your tanks. This is your antifreeze inlet. Again, use your water pressure regulator when you do that. And your city water connect. Down here's your black and gray holding tanks and a low point drain. Got these slides out, but if you're using potable water, that white one right there is your potable water, and there's your second gray tank that you have to dump. Again, your power stabilizer jacks. Your battery, check your battery terminal posts now and then. Make sure they haven't wiggled loose. On your propane tank, you do have a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. See how it turned to red? Send it to the full one over here, opened up. It's green. If it turns red, go ahead and switch it over to this tank. Again, your smart jack. That about covers everything on the outside. One thing I will mention on your awning. I'm going to run it the rest of the way out to show you how far. You do have these adjustable slides. Say your picnic table's down that end and it's raining out. You can go ahead and pull these pitches down and that'll make that tilt. We're going to start off inside your unit now. First and foremost, I want you and everyone that's camping with you to know that the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming in your entry doorway, we'll start on the bottom. To your right will be your breaker box and fuse box. Looks like you got a variety there. 20, mostly 15s. Recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Coming up here are all your interior lighting, except for your individual ones, which I'll talk about. Your Wi-Fi Ranger. You can turn this on. Here's your network and passwords. It'll be like you're right up next to their Wi-Fi at the campsite. Here's your panel. Go ahead and shut it back off. Turn your panel light on. From here, you can turn on your entry light, porch lights, your electric water heater. Here's where you can turn on your awning light, aisle lights, step lights. Here's where you turn on your tank heaters if you're in inclement weather. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're using gas. Here's where you turn it on if you're using electricity. There's a difference. Slide rooms in and out. I'll run them in and out. Your awning in and out. You got two different ones. Have your main awning just about all the way out here. So I just wanted to show you how far to run this out. Just until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your black pipe. And just hit retract to bring it in. Also up top here you can see what your tanks are at. Brand new battery. They're still checking your water lines here. That's why they still show some inside. Remember, your exterior doors work best when they're slammed lock. Here's your deadbolt. Coming around to the front, here's your television. Hisense Roku TV. You can use either remote. Set everything up from there. Shut that back off. Big sound bar. Your RV Technologies stereo system. Turn that on. You can Bluetooth set up right now. Change it to AM FM. Scan for channels. You can play your music indoors. Shut it off indoors. Play it toward the back of the unit. Or play it outside. Or blast it all through. DVD, CD player, USB port, auxiliary in, presets. You can set a clock and hook up Bluetooth to this. Talk about your fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore. Here's your controls. Got the heat cranked on right now. If it's cold in the morning or cold in the evening up here, instead of using up your gas, if you're plugged into the campsite, go ahead and turn this on and it'll get it toasting here in no time. Coming to your Dometic Fridge. Let's open up your freezer. Your controls are up in the top of this. Here's where you turn it on. Hold that. You see it come on over here. Here's where you change it. Auto, LP, or gas. So auto means when you're plugged in, it's on electric. As soon as you unplug it, it'll go to gas. Or you can strictly set it to just gas. Over here is where you can change your temperature. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. Water filter. Your fridge. Pantry. Self-explanatory microwave. Big one. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn your light here, you do have a fan as well. Panel light. Simply turn your gas on, hit your spark here, and there's your flame. Oven light as well. USB ports 110 here. Nice cover for your sinks. You do have this one-touch lighting above your sink. Over here you have a 110 with GFCI reset. This is in the corner of your kitchen here, is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt is it's always running off your battery. It does not run off power. So if you're not plugged in, have anything charging your batteries, go ahead and use your battery disconnect if you're going to be gone for the day. Otherwise this will just run your batteries down. Coming around to your recliners here, they have what I like to call a parachute pull. Simply reach down in here and pull up on that cord, and you've got a full chaise there. These also remove, snap in, got a light for your cup, heat, and massage. Going over to your sofa and close this up. I'll show you quickly how to turn this into a bed. The closest thing I have to set up is way back here. I think you'll be able to see me. So the backs are just velcroed on. Remove the backs. Stand in the middle. Open up the legs. Pull it towards you. Lay it on the back. Just that quicker you have a bed. Full size. In the middle, fold these together. Snap it back down. Turn your cushions, and that quickly you're back to a sofa. So I went through and shut off all the lights except for the ones that this will turn on. So once I've got the lights on, excuse me, go ahead and bring in slide 2. It's going to be your bedroom. You see the foot come in. Again, you don't want nothing to stop these slides from coming in, so make sure everything's packed out of the way. That mattress comes right up to that dresser. Once you hear that little grinding noise, it's okay to hear that. It's just the slide keeping itself from overriding. And this is all just prepped if you had a third slide. Alright, let's hit our lights and head on out of the unit. As you come out of the unit, make sure your door is all the way open. Lift up your steps, fold them into the door. Slam lock your door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle and your door is secure. Do the same thing on the rear one. Just connect any LP, go on back there and pull up your stabilizing jacks. All you gotta do is simply come back here, hit retract. May run up rather quickly. Go do the same one. Now if we're using fresh water, potable water, you go ahead and this way you drain your water. Come back here to this low point drain and drain those waters out. Now, up at the campsite, or up at the dump station, excuse me, you're going to hook up your sewage hose, comes with your convenience pack, on the other end of the sewage dump, and you reach back there and pull that black handle. The black handle is going to be your sewage waters. Once they sound like they're no longer draining, take this water pressure regulator again, and go to tank flush. Hook this up with your black handle open. Hook the hose up, turn that on, and leave that on for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank. Once you're done there, go ahead and unhook your hose. Come down here, pull your gray handle to the left. There's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. Pull your gray handle to your right, gray tank number 2. Take your sewage hose, come up to the front of the unit, and pull this galley tank. This is going to be cleaner waters. Most of these things from the front kitchen area, and that's going to clean out your sewage hose for you. Take your sewage hose, come right over here to the back of your unit, pop this off, throw your sewage hose right inside there. Nice sanitary place for it. Again, we thank you for your purchase of your Flagstaff Classic. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.